Hello everyone. Well, I think we're ready to begin our evaluation process for adopting a 1301 textbook. And I want to start off by saying Riley and Kim raised an interesting point to save students money on textbooks, which is quite frankly something that Mark Smith has asked our department to look into. Given that he'd like to report some savings to the board, we really do need to at least consider some cost-saving measures. So what Riley and Kim proposed was that we should consider adopting an e-book. And so I've started a discussion thread in our English department shell. I was hoping we could get a discussion started that way instead of calling a Friday department meeting. I don't think people are going to object to me not calling a Friday department meeting. Let's see if we can do this through the discussion board. Okay, now as we know, if students buy for 1301 a used book, they have to go to the Launchpad site and purchase a code for $55. Alternatively, they could buy the code, just the student access code, at the bookstore if they're on financial aid. It'll certainly cost them more than $55. But that Launchpad price, this is very interesting. The price students pay for Launchpad is determined by the book we adopt. So for the sake of argument, let's say there was no book at all, no ebook, no physical book, all we had was Launchpad. The price would be $15 to $20 for Launchpad. That's what students would spend for 1301 for textbooks, so to speak. And if we add to that, let's say, the developmental exercises workbook that we currently use, it would go up the Launchpad price about another $8. Given all of that, we can see what it is we're doing to students. Now, another question is, do you use the essays in our textbook? And can you get along without them? Now, some of us do use those essays. I've talked to people, but some of us are using those essays in the textbook only because we made students buy the book. In other words, we have to do something to use the book, otherwise students are going to get mad at us. Well, if that's the reason why all or most of us are using the essays, that's not a good reason to have a textbook. Maybe some of us really want those essays, though. But if you feel that you don't need a textbook of essays, perhaps we think about some of the books Jennifer just sent. There's 3 more that have arrived. Maybe we even just go with Launchpad and developmental exercises as just an ebook, and that's what students have. So I want to invite everybody to start reviewing these new books and start looking at the discussion board and post something there as soon as possible. Part of the question is, are you okay with just students not having a physical book? That whatever we use, we just project it on screen in the classroom. And if you're okay with that, then we have to decide, do we really need these essays? Do we need a pocket-style manual or something like that Jennifer just sent? Or can we get along with Launchpad and, developmental exercises for like about $8 to teach grammar? Is all of that enough? And it should be very, very interesting to see where we land with all of this. So please start looking over books, and as soon as you can, make at least some preliminary comment about all of this in the discussion board in our English department. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for taking the time to view this video, and thanks for all the hard work you always do and you're doing now with this review and adoption process.